The family of Johanna Margareta Stern-Lippmann, whose large art collection was seized by the Nazis after she was deported from Amsterdam to Auschwitz and murdered there in 1944, filed a claim against the City Museum of Eindhoven, which owned and displayed their own family's Kandinsky painting, View of Murnau with Church. They, too, were rebuffed by the Dutch state. The Stern family accused the Dutch restitution officials of careless mistakes and a lack of empathy. This international criticism stung, as the Netherlands considered itself a pioneer in restitution efforts. It was one of the only 5 state signatories of the Washington Principles that actually complied with the document's recommendations and set up restitution committees. It also took pride in how it dealt with the return of looted art to its former colony, Indonesia, and considered itself a leader in international restitution efforts. All of these international commitments grew out of, and were domestically justified by, the Dutch self-understanding of Hutsland, good country, which is a guiding principle of the state and has shaped its foreign policy for decades. The Netherlands needed to respond to these criticisms of its moral convictions, and so in 2020 it set up an official review of its restitution practices, focusing on both its legal and moral aspects. The review, named Striving for Justice, determined that the interests of the museums and concerns about the public art stock should no longer be relevant in adjudicating restitution claims, and that the state needed to conduct more comprehensive research into art looted from the Jews in the Netherlands during the Holocaust. Critically, the report said, "The Dutch reputation as a role model for other countries has been undermined by a limited number of requests that have been rejected in recent years." In August 2021, the Amsterdam City Council in charge of the Stedelijk Museum announced that Kandinsky's painting with houses would be restituted to the family of Irma Klein and Robert Livenstein. The city officials said in a statement that Amsterdam had a moral obligation to return the painting. The city stands for a fair and clear restitution policy, returning as much looted art as possible to the rightful owners or the heirs of the owners. In September 2022, Kandinsky's View of Murnau with Church was also restituted from the City Museum of Eindhoven to the family of Johanna Margareta Stern-Lippmann. "We are thrilled that the Kandinsky has been returned to us," descendants of Stern-Lippmann wrote in a statement. "The painting used to have a prominent position hanging in our great-grandparents' house and represents much of our family's story. Its coming back to us now marks an important moment. It won't bring back the 9 immediate family members who were so tragically murdered, but it's an acknowledgement of the injustice that we, and so many like us, have endured."